All right, folks, I apologize. I have been derelict in duty in getting here. However, I have caught every red light in Moore, Oklahoma. Thank you for the calibration team and the public service department. It is our PNTV game of the day featuring the Carl Albert Lady Titans versus the Moore Lady Lions. Entertaining first inning. Multiple runs played it now 3 in the bottom of the first inning for the Lady Lions.
Base knocks goes around, but number 12 for the Lady Lions. The pitcher, Erica Summit, 2 out.
Titans able to get 1 run at the top of the first, and then it has been all Moore since then. Multiple shots up center field, left field, right field pretty much. And with 2 out, they've advanced base runners from first all the way into home. And back-to-back hits now. Runner in safe at second with the RBI.
Through 1, Moore 3, Carl Albert 1.
In the Moore Lion Wrestling Team.
So we have got a busy day in the sports world today. It is Class A and B baseball regional playoffs, Class A and B regional playoffs for fast pitch softball, and then we are in regional matchups and pairings for Class 3A and 4A. And last but not least, Class 2A today, doing their best 2 of 3 super regionals. Classes 5 and 6 still in pickup mode. They have district standings that in large part determine who will meet each other for regionals. Those will begin next Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Schools are allowed to have early matchups, for example, Thursday, Friday, or even multiple games on the same day. We're here in large part because of the absolutely stacked and loaded squad for the Moore Lady Lions.
Michaela Deal.
And retires her quickly. Only 2 pitches wasted, and it is 1 down now for Moore. Well, we've got 4 Player of the Year quarterfinalists in action.
Addison Parson, 1 out.
From Carl Albert, A.J. Bennett. This will be our, I believe, 3rd time to check her out this season. And for Moore, we've actually had 4 girls on the watch list this year. Aston Lynch getting injured. Hopefully things will work well for her to return and not skip a beat for the 2025 fall pitch season. Some teams don't do the slow pitch in the spring. Others elect to do the travel ball, club ball, however you want to call it. Continue to hone their craft with fast pitch softball that, as is, 3 different players on the Moore Lions quarterfinalist list recognized as all-state players. So they are well represented in Class 6A. And no wasted pitches, so 2 induces the first out, and it is 3 straight spots across the plate. And now 2 down for the Lady Titans.
He's at number 2, Adeline Smith, 2 out.
Sit down, third base line, in for the single. In back-to-back innings now, Titans with a base runner on.
Back to the top, unit for number 13, Journey Lavalley. 2 out.
If you have not been on the campuses of Moore Public Schools, absolutely beautiful facility. The grade back on the, I guess, flip side of Eastern and the back side of the football stadium are the football parking lot and then access to locker rooms. And then you've got your softball and baseball complexes. Even some residential houses kind of smattered around. Moore has come a long way in the last 15, 20 years. Multiple tornadoes have ravaged the town, and then large rebuild projects. Advent of potentially having, I would assume, probably 4 Class 6A schools and more. Right now, Moore, the original, and then Southmore and Westmore. Eventually, they'll probably come up with a Moore or a Upper Moore, maybe East Moore. Two pitch count. Muddy on its way. Whops it down to first base line. 3 unassisted tag. And retires her. It'll be the Lions coming back up to bat once again in the bottom of the second inning. I'd like to thank our coverage sponsor for today's stream, highlights, coverage, and interviews at the conclusion of the game, AT Roofing and Construction, and the Thurman Lynch Real Estate Agency. Moore has had success in recent fast pitch tournaments, state championships, loaded squad, and an opportunity once again for the Lions. You'd have to think that things are shaping up for possibly Southmore, Moore, and Westmore to all have an opportunity to make state. Owasso, Choctaw, a couple of other teams as well definitely look like they are primed and ready for a potential run here in about 3 weeks. Six A regional brackets have been released, and pairing sites are posted now on the base or the softball side rather at Edmond Memorial.
Leading off of the Lady Lions, number 18 is Carly Curtis.
Edmond Memorial will receive the bye. Sand Springs versus Norman North in the first pod. Stillwater against Booker T. Washington, Broken Arrow, and Norman. Moore as a third host site. They'll receive the opening bye and then face either Westmore or Southmore. Notably, those games will be October the 10th. Moore with the bye will get to wait until the 2 p.m. game on Thursday, October the 10th. Correction on the times for that. It's one thing I've learned is you can read it, you can see it, but that don't mean it's so. There's 6A host UConn. The Lady Millers receive the bye, and they'll await Enid or Putnam City North. As I alluded to earlier, Owasso, one of the favorites, host Putnam City West, and then Jinx versus Edmond Santa Fe. Choctaw will host Midwest City, and then Bigsby Union in their pairing. Mustang, another team that I think is definitely a favorite to make state. They will receive the bye and then play either Deer Creek or Muskogee.
Number 3, second baseman is Ava Locino. 1 out.
Ponca City will play Putnam City, and then Bartersville, Edmond North pods. So those are your regional hosts. All but one side appears to still have the Friday, Saturday format, or Thursday, Friday, Saturday format. But one at Choctaw appears to be doing Wednesday, Thursday, and Moore will likewise adapt that. Notably, Owasso, they've chose to go Tuesday, Wednesday. So as long as the teams are on board and they have them played by that Saturday, that's generally the rule of thumb and gives them an opportunity to get in good weather days and, more importantly, stay sharp on the weekend if they want to pick up a game. And back-to-back outs for the Lady Lions.
Brings up number 10 from the Lady Lions. Catcher, Jake Compton, 2 out.
Life has been good for the Moore community since 2020. Sophomore 6A state champions. In 2021, they repeated. And again in 2023, we're looking to topple the SaberCats and get back on top of the softball world. Not sure where we will be tomorrow, but Saturday we are booked to see Duncan play against Edmond North. Be fun to see McKenna Wilson, a potential pitcher of the year candidate, take the field. She's had a couple of injury games and kind of weaning and getting back on schedule, so it'd be nice to see her as well. Two pitch count, 2-run lead continues for Moore here in the bottom of the second. They had much more success in the first. Both pitchers seem to be settling into a rhythm and really being more economical with pitches. Thus far, nobody able to get beyond first in the top of the second, and nobody on yet in the bottom of the second. That's it off, stay alive, 2-2 pitch count. And Ian high, full count. And induces the out. So your score through 2 remains Moore 3. Carl Albert 1. We'll let at the top of the third with the Titans coming up to bat. You're watching PNTV. We're scheduling a fairly active week this week. Began on Monday with a victory over Deer Creek, and then dropping a game against Choctaw, picking up the game against Carl Albert. Rips it out to left field, looping single. Another Titan base runner on.
Base dog brings up number 10, Bree Hawkins. Block.
Well, anybody's ball game here so far. Biggest difference in the game, Bennett with the hit and the RBI. Get this pop-up fly to, looks like shortstop snags it. But on the flip side of the coin, more likewise with multiple hits too, and then one RBI coming in.
Alexis Miller.
3 runs plating with opportunistic base running. Rumsey with the hit and RBI for the Lions. This is another pop-up. This one hooks over to the second baseman. She snags it 2 down.
Brings up number 7. DJ Bennett, 2 out.
Summit for the Lions, giving up 4 hits. 1 run, 2 walks, 1 strikeout so far. In large part, she's getting on to pop up left, right, middle. Really keeping him on the back end of the bat and under swinging. Ball is put in play to the first base, and just like the previous inning, it is a 3 unassist tag to end the rally for the Titans. Led to the bottom of the third, it is the Lady Lions coming up to bat. You're watching PNTV coverage, game of the day, 6A versus 5A. Jaco. All right, so
leading off of the Lady Lions, number 1, Adley Sutherland.
So I was in the process of saying earlier, we actually had 4 more Lions on the watch list this year. Ashton Lynch suffered an injury, and so she will resume the watch list in 2025 and have an opportunity to be a potential player of the year or pitcher of the year for that matter. And other ladies that have now made the list, 4 more, and we want to give each one of them shout outs equally. Shaylin Compton, she has done an exceptional job pitching thus far. Micaiah Neal, and then Libby Jacques. Jake Hughes, man, I just butchered that worse than I thought I would. It takes a certain amount of ability to exceed your inability.
Brings up number 13 for the Lady Lions, center fielder Libby Jacques, 1 out.
Multiple Oklahoma prep players in the crosshairs of OU, OSU, multiple teams looking at them. This is a young lady that has a lot of national attention right now, recognition, multi-sport athlete. She'll likewise be on our watch list for Miss Oklahoma for the overall player of the year. Throws down the situational bunt, 4/5 the way down the line, and beats out the run. Way to go. So Jake Hughes gets on.
Base nine brings up number 2 for the Lady Lions. Right fielder's Micaiah Neal, 1 out.
I'm not sure if the ball even went more than a foot off of the line. That was a tight bunt and very little architectural space for the catcher to work with. And I think took her by surprise that it didn't roll any farther. And Libby beat her to the punch. She was about 4/5 down the line before she got the hand on the ball. Takes ball. This one is deep to center field wall. It rolls, bounces, one hops. It'll be a stand-up RBI double. 4-1 lead. Lady Lions on top once again. So beautiful gap ball. Drives it every bit to a one hop to the wall. And more after being held scoreless in the bottom of the second. Back up scoring again here in the third. And high for ball one. So if you're wanting to follow games we'll be doing in the next week plus or so, obviously we're here tonight at Moore High School. So far not booked tomorrow, but we'll have Duncan versus Edmond North on Saturday at noon. And then Monday, an awesome matchup between Lindsay and Dale. Tuesday, Chandler at North Rock Creek, provided that both teams advance through regionals. Do not see any upsets brewing potentially for those teams, to be frank. Then, fast forwarding, Guthrie Moore will be booked at OCU on the 14th, and then El Reno Lindsay. After that, it'll take us into the state playoffs for Class 6A, 5A, 4A, 3A, fast pitch softball. So that we don't distract any of the ladies that are playing, preparing, and more importantly, winning. We will announce our top 10 semifinalists for the class at the conclusion of the A-B regionals tomorrow. So sometime this weekend, we'll do A and B. And then once the larger classes get their regionals done next week, then we will start announcing those as well. Evens up the pitch count, 2-2. Base runner remains at second. And high for the full count. So it's going to be an exciting 3 weekends in a row for regional, super regionals, and the potential state tournaments. Class 2A will be the sole larger class that'll join A and B for their state tournaments next weekend. Larger classes will begin regionals and be tiered in behind. Flies out to center. Looked like it had more lift to it. Actually kind of just nosedived on that one. Flies out to center field, 2 down.
Brings up number 19 from the Lady Line. Ali Rumsey, 2 out.
So the weekend of October 10th, 11th, and 12th, it'll be the A, B, 2A state playoffs, the 3A and 4A super regionals. And then the weekend of October 17th, 18th, and 19th, it'll be 3A, 4A, 5A, and 6A state championship games. And obviously, that's precisely where Moore wants to find themselves ultimately. One hops it, ball gets away, steals third uncontested. I think they're going to call that a dead ball correction. So hits the batter, has to go back to second, safe at first.
Brings up number 12 from the Lady Line. The pitcher, Erica Summit, 2 out.
Just off the corner, ball one. Sutton finding it more problematic here in the third inning. Had done a really nice job in the second after a big first inning for the Lady Lions. She's given up 4 hits, 4 runs, 1 earned. No walks or strikeouts, and that's kind of been the area to where Moore has been able to exploit gap hitting and then kind of working these pitch counts to be able to get on base and quickly advance. Popcorn shot's going to go to the second baseman. She snags it and gets her on the ground out. So Moore scores 1, and we will head to the top of the 4th inning. Your score, Moore 4, Carl Albert 1. You're watching PNTV coverage game of the day. Would like to once again thank AT Roofing and Construction and the Thurman Lynch Insurance Agency. Thank you for making it possible for us to be able to come up, cover the game of the day, and then do some highlights at the conclusion of the game, and then interviews with the players. We'll make our way down to the field at the conclusion of the game, so the feed will end. We'll do interviews and then compile the highlight reel, and then those will all be available for you to watch probably within about 15 to 20 minutes at the conclusion of the game. So on paper, it has been even 4 hits apiece. However, the 3 things that have made the difference, 3 errors for Carl Albert, huge. Extended gap hitting, perfectly spotting balls in center field, right field wall, and then maximizing all base runners on with the exception of the last inning. Moore's had a lot of success in getting runners all the way from first to home. Right now, 2 RBIs for Moore and 2 the old-fashioned way, running them in. Well, that's a deep shot out to left field. Hooks, perfectly spots right to the pole. Going to be a stand-up double. Probably the deepest hit ball of the game.
Picks up number 9. Paladil. Running for the Titans, number 8, Olivia.
All right, courtesy runner for the Titans at second.
Sienna. Pitches for the Lady Lions, Paul Titans.
She definitely did not expect it to stay on target, so beautifully disguised on the windup there. So pitching change here in the 4th inning for Moore. Some have perhaps done for the day. Her stat line will be 3 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, 2 balls, and 1 strike. Talkington now on the mound. Base runner advances to third.
Picks up number 5, Madison Person.
Nice defensive play. Looks back third, fires first. Makes the progression read, gets the timely out, and ends up being a 1-3 fielder's choice throwout.
Breaks up number 2. Evelyn Smith, 2 out.
It's exactly what you want to see with your replacement pitcher. She made the right read, keeps the base runner on third, prevents her from being able to score. Still gets the out, 2 down now. Titans trying to get that run across home plate to cut the lead in half. It's been 4 unanswered runs for the Lady Lions so far. Carl Lever jumped out to the early 1-0 lead. Ball gets away, ricochets off. So to recap the score earlier for Carl Albert, they got the leadoff walk, a sac bunt, an additional walk, and then the single drove in the RBI score. Actually, back-to-back singles, I should say, then hit into the double play. And then since we were late, I do apologize, the bottom of the first error began the game, ground out, another error, single, another ground out, a double, run scores, multiple runs. And so that's how we got a 3-1 game. And then now 4-1. Full count will resume with 2 down. Checks it again. Boy, Titans are having some success cross field hitting. So far, the lefties putting on a clinic of how to slice and go to the opposite trajectory to where you think a lefty would swing. Most of the time, lefties swing to right field and righties swing to left field or center. They've had 2 of them now that have pretty much put a hairpin curve on those shots down third base line. That one just going foul. Bites it off again. Full count will resume. Definitely can tell she is wanting to launch that one right over the head and glove of the third baseman and put it in left field. That is exactly where she's angling. She has tried to hook that shot 4 times now. Swing and a miss. Well, it is K-time. Talkington doesn't have time to talk. She does the walk, heads into the dugout. It'll be the bottom of the 4th inning with more coming up to bat. They lead 4-1 over Carl Albert. Your PNTV game of the day. Unless you've been living under a rock, this is our inaugural year to do full offered awards for softball. We have done the last 3 years awards for football, baseball, basketball, softball, and wrestling. We have now 23 award categories in the state. This will be our first year to ever recognize all-state players for fast pitch softball. It is now the opportunity for players as freshmen, sophomore, juniors, and seniors to be able to win. There is no minimum cap on or maximum cap on the number. We actually recognized 145 softball players through the state of Oklahoma. All our top 20 ranked players. And as we make the cut to the top 10 semifinalists for pitcher and player of the year, all of the top 20 players keep that status as all-state. However, they will be ranked 1 through 20 at the conclusion of the season. And then we will have a master top 100 best players in the state that no doubt millions of people will dispute. But some outstanding softball players in the state of Oklahoma. As I've been able to travel the last just couple of months and the last few years, I've noticed it coming. Just with the advent of OU softball's dynasty, Oklahoma State's consistency under Kenny, fly out shallow, one down. UCO, Murray State, OCU. It is probably the best time that it's ever been to play fast pitch softball in Oklahoma. The popularity all-time high, opportunities all-time high. Interest level has been through the roof. I can honestly tell you that I have been called, inboxed, texted, emailed. There is not a day that has not gone by that I do not have at least 10 to 20 people wanting us to come out and cover a team. Unassist tag, snags it, 2 down. And so very proud to represent OK Preps and to give these opportunities available to these ladies that have earned them. I'd like to thank Allstate, the Thurman Lynch Insurance Agency, AT Roofing and Construction, our coverage sponsors. Oh, beautiful hit. Bam. I don't know how fast she is. I just know she's faster than the baseball.
Base line brings up number 1 for the Lady Lions. At least Sutherland, 2 out.
It takes a lot of skill to beat the ball to the glove. She was at first before the third baseman got the ball. That was impressive to see. So I would say if she doesn't play some track, they better sign her up. Moore has had success scoring runs with 2 outs. Unsuccessful in the second. Bam, there you go. That one's going to potentially play. I'm going to go out on a limb and say stand up double RBI and end safe. There you go. Well, the speed pays dividends, gets on base, and then runs all the way from first to home plate. So it is another RBI double for Moore. I've had an opportunity to get to know Libby's mom, and she is just absolutely an awesome mother. Perfectly stretched limo style hit. Can't do anything with it. She's going to round it and call it back-to-back RBI double. 6-1 lead for the Lady Lions. The accused on in style.
Right fielder's Micaiah Neal. 2 out.
So anyway, I was just in the process of saying that Libby's mother actually had been a gold mine of information on potential leads, other players that she had seen in travel ball, and teams that have actually played against Moore. Chops it out of the dirt, fires over to third, 5-3 ground out. So Moore scores 2. We will head to the top of the 5th inning. It is now a 5-run lead for the Lady Lions. You're watching Prep Nation TV coverage, fast pitch softball game of the day. Oh, this is sweet. I got to interject and say that, long story short, part of what Prep Nation has been doing since we started 15 years ago as OK Preps, and then we rebranded as Prep Nation in 2015. We've started an all-time achievement award and lifetime achievement awards for individuals, coaches, and teams. I've been in communication with a young man that is my age now, so he's not a young man anymore. He's an old guy. And he set the record back in the late 80s for the most triples in a season. And if you hadn't followed it back in the day, Purcell's All-State player Darren Woolley, 27 RBIs, 128 RBIs, but he had 27 triples in 1 year. Set the all-time record, and we had been looking for documentation so that we could establish it as a record, and had found a press clipping in a Hall of Fame site. We had found somebody took a picture of the base and gave it to him back in 1989.
Back to the top, New York, number 13. Giant Eagle Valley.
And today he just shared with me that somebody had photographed it 35 plus years ago and gave him the picture today. What a treasure trove of memories that'll bring back. It's not often, and you could say that you hold a record for 35 years. Ian high, ball one. Well, the game took a decided turn for the worse for Carl Albert and the better for Moore in the bottom of the third, and they keep the foot on the pedal, scoring 2 runs in the first inning and 2 runs in the fourth inning with 2 outs. And that is successful baseball. Very hard to defend that. So 4 of their 6 runs have came with 2 outs on the board. Just off the corner, going to give her the call though. Takes us to a full count, 3-2. It's been a banner year for coaches. Donnie Hoffman from Ripley High School getting his 1,000th career win in boys baseball. And then Terry Dubler from Asher becoming the first coach ever to have 1,000 combined fast pitch, slow pitch wins. And so we've got a couple of lifetime achievement awards, all-time achievement awards we'll be doing this year. Head coach at Newcastle softball. Likewise, setting the all-time record in Oklahoma fast pitch softball for the most wins, passing Hall of Fame coaching legend Joe Gilbert. Mike Crossley, of course, being the skipper at Newcastle. Victorious today in regional pairings. So that should slot them for the 3:30 game, I believe, Saturday at the Oklahoma Christian University Festival. So they will get the if game to wrap up the festival play on Saturday for any of you that are wanting to follow the Newcastle Racers. Inside corner, beautiful pitch. This one's going to fall, and she's going to snag it. Pretty much just freeze frames infield, chases it down along the dugout line, and it is now 2 down. Talkington gave up the 1 run when she initially came in, and then it has been pretty much just smooth sailing since then. Nice strike on the off side of the plate. I think the pitcher or the batter actually was expecting that one to come in instead of out. Chops her right down to third base. Snags the 5-3 ground out. And Talkington again retires the order. We'll head to the bottom once again with Moore coming up to bat. It is a 6-1 lead for the Lady Lions. You're watching PNTV. See, I'm used to it. You go in some places and it's not central heat and air. But it feels good. Of course, it could be me with all the hot air making it warmer in here. I don't know. Well, I've been a Moore resident and fan for a long time. We recently picked up a property down closer to another area and been working on it, but watching Moore just exponentially grow during the last 10, 12 years has just been nothing short of staggering. I never really thought that this would be an area that would be as big as it has become.
Stop.
It wouldn't surprise me if Moore doesn't add a 4th high school and potentially rival Edmond in that regard. Over to the shortstop, 6-3 ground out, tags around.
That's number 19, Ali Rumsey. 1 out.
Rumsey with the initial RBI and hit that got the party started in the bottom of the first after multiple walks and a two-error inning for the Carl Albert Lady Titans, looking to kind of get the bat hot again. Been stymied the last two bats. Outside corner called strike. So both teams making pitching changes. I probably should have noted this in the fourth inning. Etheridge now on the mound for the Titans. Sutton goes a full 3 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs, 1 earned. Very comparable across the board. Summit for more, 4 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, 2 walks and a strikeout. And really that's kind of where the path diverged. The replacement pitchers have pitched pretty evenly. However, Moore made them pay with back-to-back RBI doubles in the bottom of the fourth. And they have added a 5-run lead. And 6 runs now unanswered. And it is all Moore. She cross hits this one out to right field. It's going to go foul. Would have had some distance and been a trouble ball, but nonetheless, we'll have a full count resume, 3-2. Same exact spot. I mean, literally, just like a replay. This time rolls it over the wall. Full count will resume. 1 down, 3-2 pitch count. No base runners on for Moore. We're here in the bottom of the 5th. And gets the walk.
Big tap number 9, triple lengthy line. Molly Talkington. 1 out.
Talkington now on the mound for the past 2 innings. This will be her first at-bat since coming in at the top of the 4th in relief. The inside corner ball low. And fouls it off both side, 1-1. I'd like to once again thank the Thurman Lynch Insurance Agency and AT Roofing and Construction, making possible today's stream, highlights, game coverage graphic, and interviews after the game. 2-1 on the pitch count. Right up the middle. This one's going to hang and frame. Flies out to center, 2 down.
Now batting for the Lady Knights, number 25 is Ashton Lynch. 2 out.
Man, this warms my heart to see this young lady back on the field. I'm very happy. I remember talking with her folks and hoping, praying, planning, expecting her to be back before regionals, and they got their wish. Here she is. We've had a couple of players this year struggle and battle injuries. Ella Resendez, our reigning 4A pitcher of the year, had a 3-week stretch that she just could not throw and play. She's a dual position player, first base pitcher, and all-state track record holder. Ooh, hot shot. Just about painted her. And nicely done for Ashton.
Brings up number 3 for the Lady Lions. Second baseman is April Osuna.
Looks like we're going to have a courtesy runner at second base, which isn't always the standard formula, but that's the way they're going to do it this time. So courtesy runner at second. Lynch will remain at first. I believe that's the call. I think Sutherland will be up to bat. I think they're just kind of going over the substitutions and the order and the way it's going down, just taking, for whatever reason, a little longer than normal.
Running at second is Robbie Rumbaugh. First, Braylon Signs.
Right, so
for the Lady Lions is Casey Williams.
So we do get the double courtesy runners. So generally when a hit happens, you get the person just came on as the courtesy runner. In this case, we pretty much swap out base runners first and second for more. Outside corner low, so now we'll have a 2-1 pitch count. And looping shot should be a flick over, gets the fielder's choice tag, 4-6. So just the second time in the game, Moore held scoreless in the bottom of the second and fifth. We'll head to the top of the sixth. It'll be Carl Albert coming up to bat. You're watching PNTV coverage, Class 6A, 5A. Fast pitch softball game of the day. All right, so Moore will have their third pitcher of the game, so giving everybody an opportunity to stay fresh, keep their arms warm. And barring any pick-me-up games, this should be the final game for the Lions before they start regionals. And so coach wanting to make sure that everybody is warm, ready, and chomping at the bit to go.
Now pitching for the Lady Lions, number 22 is Avery Bates.
So final pitch counts and numbers for Talkington. She goes 2 full innings, gives up 1 hit, 2 strikeouts, no runs, no earned runs, and no walks or errors.
Leading off of the Titans, number 15, Alexis Miller.
Oh, nice catch. Just flicks it with the wrist. It's nonchalant, easily done.
Brings up number 7, A.J. Bennett. 1 out.
Bennett, one of our players that we've been watching for a couple of years now, and just absolute upside type player. Pretty much makes the engine go for Carl Albert. It's been kind of a difficult season, probably is the best way to explain it for Carl Albert. They've done, well by most standards, but not theirs. Reigning defending state champions in baseball. Won an absolute thriller of a game in Bricktown versus Duncan. It's been a year or so removed for the Lady Titans, though. Looking to get back on top of the softball world. Oh, 2 money pitch in high, ball 1. And to the shortstop. 6-3 on the ground out, 2 down.
Brings up number 17, Madison Etheridge. 2 out.
Titans have been held in check 5 innings running. Able to take the early 1-0 lead, now giving up 6 unanswered runs and just unable to get back into a groove. Multiple pitchers have stymied them now for more. And here comes the money pitch, just off the mark. I'd like to once again thank our coverage sponsors for the live stream today. Highlights, graphic, and interviews post-game. The Thurman Lynch Allstate Insurance Agency, AT Roofing and Construction. Swing and a miss. Well, we'll head to the bottom of the 6th inning. It'll be the Lady Lions come out to bat. PNTV game of the day between Moore and Carl Albert.
Leading off of the Lady Lions for the Canada catcher is Shay Compton.
All right, Compton, one of our 3 Player of the Year quarterfinalists. Drops down the slap bunt and whoo! Gets her this time, though. It was very close. She's got a little Riley Boone in her, I think.
Strings out number 1 for the Lucky Lions, Anthony Sutherland. 1 out.
Speak, of course, of the Owasso All-State player and then 4-time national champion from Oklahoma, Riley Boone. Boy, after watching Boomer and Sooner last night just in snippets, I got bad news for the softball world. If you don't get OU this year, you may not get them for 3 or 4 more years. Because the new girls coming in, the highest rated class in softball history, and the back-to-back highest rated classes in softball history. So good luck, because 2024 and 2025 players coming in for OU absolutely just lights out good. Yesterday, Sooner World happy to hear the number 3 overall player in the EIS Top 200 committing to Oklahoma, giving them their highest commit yet. They had previously snagged a commit earlier last week from the number 9 overall player. Flies out to center field, 2 down. Several of the girls here in the area committing recently to Oklahoma State, notably Kennedy Allen from Chandler High School, young lady that has been absolutely tearing it up on the diamond this year. If you haven't seen her pitch, man, I'm telling you, she strikes out just about almost every batter she faces, very similar to Zoe Griffin from Wagner. And congratulations to Zoe, by the way, 300, and it looks like 36 strikeouts so far on the season. And here we go, whips it sidearm style. Looks like she's going to get the out. I didn't know if she had dropped it or she dropped her glove. It looked kind of a weird play there. So we will head to the top of the 7th inning. There will be one more at-bat for Carl Albert. Score remains Moore 6, Carl Albert 1. You're watching PNTV coverage, Game of the Day. All right, so we will be covering at least one game tomorrow for Edmond Memorial High School. I will post it later tonight if it'll be the Guthrie game or the doubleheader against Guthrie and Enid. We'll be back in action on Saturday with Duncan versus Edmond North. They have had a scheduling swap. They played Norman North actually yesterday. They'll play Edmond North on Saturday. And then the Demons, like all other Class 5A schools and 6A schools, will begin their regional tournaments next Tuesday, Wednesday, and potentially Thursday and Friday, based upon all the different pairings that I've seen. There's some doing it Tuesday, Wednesday, some Wednesday, Thursday, some Thursday, Friday. So it'll be a busy week next week once again for fast pitch softball. Class A and B fast pitch in their initial games. The clinching games for state won't come until tomorrow, keep in mind. But they are playing winners' top brackets today to determine who gets to wait. Dewar a couple of innings out from advancing. Same thing for Waukomis. Red Oak in a tight game against Drummond. All of those results will determine who actually is in the championship game tomorrow to decide who's going to go to state. Bingeroni victorious today over Shattuck. Six-time reigning defending state champion Caddo. Good luck dealing with them, folks. They're going to be a tough out for anybody in Class A. Victorious today over Stonewall, 23-3. That's a football score, but it's in softball. Mountain View Gotebo upsets Kearney, so that sets the potential pairing to be Stewart versus Mountain View Gotebo. Winner will have the inside track to making their path to state. And it gets the out.
Brings up number 5, Addison Person. 1 out.
we're pretty much just looking to put the icing on the cake. Just a reminder, at the conclusion of this game, the feed will end. We will resume an interview or two on the field, and then in about 15 to 20 minutes, we will have video highlights up from the game. So just be patient. All you have to do is go to the TNTV channel, and you can track the streaming under Live tab, and then the highlights and interviews will be under the video tab. If you haven't, please subscribe to the channel.
Evelyn Smith. Yeah.
Crowd kind of jinxed and flash froze the batter there. Swing and a miss. Finds it off. This one goes foul, so 1-2 pitch count will resume. And just off the plate. We're one strikeout away from Summit taking the win. 2-2 money pitch. Chops it to the pitcher, can't quite snag it, falls for the single. All the way out to center field, base runner on for the Titans.
Back to the top field for number 13. Journey Gonzalez. 2 out.
Inside corner. I'd like to once again thank our coverage sponsor for tonight's live stream, Thurman Lynch Insurance Agency, your local Allstate agent in Moore, Oklahoma, and AT Roofing and Construction. Their generosity and support has made it possible to do the Game of the Day broadcast, video highlights, game graphic, and interviews at the conclusion of the game. Money pitch just off the mark. They're going to give her the walk. And 2 base runners on now after the 4-0 pitch.
Brings up number 1, Bailey Rishi. 2 out.
Force out at first, second, or third for the the Lions. Titans here looking to desperately extend this game. They're going to need at least 5 runs to push it to the bottom of the 7th. Third pitcher of the game for the Lady Lions. Struggling to find some pitch command here in the 7th. Crowd not happy. That is the official 6th consecutive ball. Head coach will head out to the mound. Don't think this is going to be a pitching change, but just probably going through some potential strategy scenarios here of where to be looking for outs and where to put the ball to induce the best hit to get a fielder's choice tag. Head coach Stephanie Riley, I think, heading back to the dugout. Not sure if she's signaling to bring in another player. All right, so I think we're going to be good to go. 2-0 pitch will resume. Base runners first and second. And the Titans desperate to score runs, more needing one final out to seal the deal and get the win. And now that is the 7th consecutive ball. Ooh, I don't know what was wrong with that one, but bases loaded now.
Number 10, 3 Hawkins. 2 out.
And she snaps the infamous streak. It had been 8 official balls, even though I thought at least 2 probably were strikes. One definitely was the 4-0 walk ball that put the base runner at first. Fires and slings, gets the ball in play. This one's going to go foul. So now Carl Albert down to their final out, final strike. And there is a fielder's choice out at any base. All you have to do is snag and tag, and game is over. Chops it. It's going to be a 3 unassist tag to end the game. And that'll do it. Folks, your final score. Moore 6, Carl Albert 1. Thank you for watching Prep Nation TV coverage. Our game of the day, showcasing the Lions versus Titans. Stay tuned. Interviews coming up at the conclusion. We'll go ahead and head on to the field right now.
See you, honey. See you, buddy. Thanks for that. See you, buddy.
Bye. Thanks for the candy.
Hey, anytime. It's for the can.
I'll tell you, what do you mean? What, easy here, right?
All right.
Look at it. Oh, I'm so sorry.
You all right?
Excuse me. How are you doing? I'm Greg.
Wow. Hi, Greg. I'm Stephanie Riley.
We had texted a couple of times. Oh, it's fine.
I was doing a Facebook post to thank our More Wrestling team. So,
Are the girls still available, or do you have them doing some drills?
well,
Okay.
they're just stretching out and stuff, and then we'll chat. But
Okay. Well, I don't want to hold you from that.
yeah, you're fine.
do you want to do a quick interview with you, the girls only?
I don't care.
If you want to
You
get
tell
out of
me.
here, I get it.
No, you tell me what you want me to do.
I like
I'm
to
all
get as
about
much as I can, and I want to
You
include
tell me.
Ashton because she got to come back.
it. Okay.
So you think you're going to be able to use her the rest of the state run?
Yeah.
Kinda limited?
That is that.
Yeah.
No, that's our plan. That's
Well,
why
you're a
it's-
week ahead of schedule. I've been talking to her mom and dad. And
Yeah.
they've been telling me about it. And
Yeah.
at the time, she didn't know, and from what I'd heard, I didn't think it was going to be possible
Yeah,
for her to
it's
get
still
back
a-
before.
Yeah, it's still we'll see. Each day is how are we feeling? We're rehabbing and therapy and all kinds of stuff.
Well,
So,
that's
yeah.
good. So when I'm done with you, I'd like to talk with Neil Lynch, JQ's, and
Compton.
yeah, thank
Shay.
you.
Shay.
I try to pay attention, but it's just like names. All right, I will get you real quick here.
Can we turn to the girl? My
Yeah.
girls are in the back.
Yeah,
instead of
absolutely.
Carl Albert.
Not give them any more publicity.
No, I don't know. That's
All right. Let me get this bump this way. Sorry about that.
fine.
All right, we're here with head coach Stephanie Riley. First off, coach, bumpy start to the first inning. What did you tell the girls to kind of self-correct?
So they talk to each other a lot. You got my girls. Yeah. This is us having fun. So they talk to each other from pitch to pitch, from at bat to at bat, and they pay attention whether they're in the dugout or in the batting lineup. So even though we started rough, it was okay. Let's start and let's get it going. And Carl Albert scored a run. We came back and scored 3. So we utilized not only a hard hit ball, but also the speed that we have.
As a coach, when you see a bad start and a oops and then a couple errors and then some walks, you're like, okay, those are things that can be fixed, they can be corrected, and more importantly, you don't have to keep doing them, so stop doing them.
Yes.
But whenever you score 6 unanswered runs, that is the perfect response that you're looking for.
Yes, and it's not just 6 runs in 1 inning and we stop. It's we just keep chipping away, we keep staying focused, keep doing our thing.
I know it's been a while since Moore has been the softball state champions. I believe, if I remember correctly, 2007 is the last fast pitch, maybe 2008 for slow pitch.
Yes, yeah.
And
I had to look at the wall.
What has part of it been that Southmore has just been that dominant in the area? Has part of it been just not playing your best at the opportune time? I mean, that's a pretty big drought to win
it
as
is.
many in a row as you did.
Well, so we won too fast and too slow, and I was the assistant coach then. And even my first year that I took the helm, we took runner-up to Southmore, and so I've had 4, I think 4, maybe 5 state runner-up. And it's just I've told the girls, you've got to finish. You can't just get there. That can be a great goal, but every single game is a goal. Every at bat is a goal, and you can't throw away everything because you have one oops or one mistake. You have to have some confidence in you and confidence in your team.
Today's a very important day because it allows the team to stay sharp, flex its muscles, kind of so to speak.
Yeah.
You pitch by committee. Each pitcher got 4, I think 2 and an extra inning in, correct?
Yeah, 4, 2, and 2.
Yeah, yep.
Or actually, it was 3, 2, and
3,
2.
yeah. I was just
3,
going to
2,
correct
and 2.
myself. I was wrong
Yeah,
the first
3,
time.
2, and 2.
And so definitely by design, opportunities for each one to get some stress tests. So no game scheduled for this weekend. As
Correct.
is, you're heading into regionals next Wednesday now?
Next Wednesday, yes.
Okay, and then who will you host? I know you get...
We host Westmore and Southmore, so
And-
it's going to be the Moore War Southwest Showdown.
Who would you rather play, or do you just want to beat them both? I mean,
I just
cutting
want
to
to
the
beat them
chase.
both. That Moore Public Schools is a great community of softball players, and so at any given time, all 3 teams are super gritty. So we're going to have a lot of really good softball on Wednesday and Thursday.
We had 4 potential Player of the Year referrals for your team. I had 3 for Westmore. I had 2 for Southmore. So it should be some loaded field and some good
Yes.
rosters.
Yes.
What are you looking for the girls to accomplish, and what is the game plan? Pretty much stepping on the field, ready to go. What do you want to see them do?
So I want to see them continue to communicate together as a team. I want them to, even if they're not in the starting lineup, to know their role and to lift each other up and to be ready at any given time. Whether you're a freshman or a sophomore, it doesn't matter your grade. If it's that time for you to be on the field, you've got to be ready for it.
All right. Thank you, Coach. Appreciate it.
All right, thank you. I'll send it over.
Yep. right, we got all 4. That'll work perfect. You guys want anybody to photobomb you?
Are we like video?
Just going to do an interview.
Okay.
And you will be graded at the conclusion of the
Wait, you
interview.
want these shots?
Do what? Yeah, you can do strings.
I'm not camera ready. Well, I am. You'll be too. I realize I probably like dolphins. Okay.
All right, we're here with the Moore Lady Lions. First off, congratulations on the win. Please tell me your names and positions played.
Mackay Neal, right field. Shaylin Tompkins, Libby Jakey, center field. Ashton Lynch, receiver.
All right, first off, I want to eat crow when it's warm. Ashton, I'm so sorry that we had removed you. I didn't know if you were going to be able to be back to play softball. I know you're thrilled to death to be here before regionals. Congratulations, and will you accept my apology to put you back on for the watch list for 2025?
Yes, sir.
All right. How much did it mean to you to get back on the field to get to play this year?
It just means a lot. I know I put in a lot of hard work. It feels good to be back.
Did you notice any discomfort, any tightness, any soreness, or has rehab really just kind of accelerated the healing process?
Right now, it just feels like I'm good. Just not really worried about it. Just worried about playing, not staying.
Well, good. All right, Libby, how would you grade your guys' performance today?
We didn't definitely do way better than we should, but we definitely did way better than we have been doing for a little bit. We played a lot of games though, but I mean, definitely we came together as a team. It took all of us, all 20. We're subbing in and out. I mean, but we had good calling by the catcher. We had the pitcher throwing in the circle. We had defense all around, and I mean, we were hitting in the box great. I think we were there, but we can definitely do way better.
All right, I'm going to start calling you Riley Boone, too, because you had a bunt that you threw down, and you beat the ball to the glove at first base. Now, were you proud of that? I mean, that was moving on down the road.
Yes, I was proud, and I was like, I run as fast as I can home to first because I'm like, you never know what could happen. So I'm always running as hard as I can, as fast as I can, because like my goal is always to beat the ball there, no matter what, no matter where it's at. So,
Micaiah, how important is it for the team once you kind of have a oops start, a couple of errors, a couple of walks, and then a run comes across? How important is it heading back to the dugout not to feel bad, not to feel sorry for yourself?
I think it's really big because I think that kind of sets the momentum for the game. So if we kind of get down, I think you can definitely tell when we do and when we don't. So I definitely think our energy sometimes will get low when we have bad innings. But I think definitely this game when we did, we just picked it right up and went out there and got the runs back that we needed. So I think it's really big.
Now, tell me, we've got 145 All-Staters, and I have looked at about 280 to 290 players the last month, so my brain's mush. Any of you seniors?
Oh, 3 of them.
Okay. And so, having said that, last time that Moore won state in fast pitch was 2007. And so I was going to ask, if anybody is not a senior, then it was before you were born.
Yeah, she was sophomore.
Yeah, and so how important would it be to you to be the one to snap Southmore's little stranglehold in the area, and then to have your name etched in the record, books as the first state champion in 17 years?
I think it'd be big. I think we've been all talking about it as a team. That's our biggest goal. I mean, it'd be big. Our school hasn't seen it in a while, and so to be the team to come out and break it when we were born, whenever they last was really cool. To say the 07 kids went out and broke the last time the 07s won, I think that'd be amazing. And that's our team goal. We've all talked about it. Everybody knows what we want to do. Coming out as a young team to that.
Now, were you aware that your coach was on that team that won the 7 and 8 fast pitch and slow pitch? She's probably told you about 100,000 times, I bet. But how important would it be to you, for a standpoint, just being the players for your coach, to make that a reality for her as well?
I think she would really enjoy it, bringing back the memories from when she was in high school to now in her coaching and being our coach, and just bringing everything back to her. And I think it would mean a lot to us and the team just for winning state for our school, because it's been a hot minute since any of sport has been state. Yeah, I think it'll be a lot of fun, and I know she will really enjoy it and be excited, and we're all excited.
And it'd be great to go out on a win. For us seniors, we want the last time to be out here on a win. And I think we've all talked about it. That'd be great. We've seen everybody's excitement. We don't want to be shut out again. We want to be the ones to win.
Well, I know you got to take care of business regardless, but you'll now have your matchups Wednesday. It'll be all more. Do you have a preference on playing Westmore and Southmore? Or do you hope to play them both?
I have to play them both.
I think both will be fun.
I think we owe them both kind of a buttload. I don't think it matters though. Just go out there, whoever's on the field. Yeah.
Just play our own game.
Yeah, whoever it is.
The rivalry will be really fun because
Yeah.
we're all close and we all know each other. Her cousin's on Westmore, so it'll be a big game for her if we do play Westmore. And we all got
We have
friends on.
friends on
We have friends on
Southmore
Southmore.
and
We have friends on
Westmore.
Westmore. So it'd be a great team. But like she said, no matter who's out here, I think we're gonna go compete.
I know that they're competitors, and you just alluded to the fact that some are friends. With travel ball, it's made it a lot harder to stay unfriendly, put it that way, like we were when we played. Back when I played, you had summer baseball, and if you didn't have enough to go out, then a town close to you would just take their players to, and you'd play together. But with Westmore and Southmore, do you remind them that this is the Moore, or the real Moore, or the only Moore?
And I have the original on it. We like to wear that against them sometimes.
We will be wearing that against
Yeah, we
them.
probably will be wearing that against them. Just to remind them, like, who we are, like, what we built. I mean,
Yeah,
we're the
we
original.
started it.
We started it. We're going to build it. We're going to keep building, and we're going to grow.
All right, well, we're going to give you guys an opportunity to get your regionals in, and then we'll announce the top 10 semifinalists. The following week, we'll announce the top 5 finalists, and then after state playoffs will be Class A through B winners and overall player and pitcher of the year. How important would it be to each of you to be the Young Gun winner, the Hum Babe winner, or even just to be the 6A winner?
I think it would be super big. Of course, I mean, that's a really big, any of them.
See, she got you back. She just
I
photobombed
think any
you.
of them would be a really amazing opportunity to be able to say any of us won it, honestly. I'd be grateful for any of them.
And I seen people on that list, and like honestly, anybody, all of them on there, I know they work hard. I know they work hard next to me. Like I see it out on the field. Like anybody deserves it, and everybody's working hard to achieve it. And it's just who's gonna go out there and compete and win it. Which I think to all of us it'd be a big honor. But we all know whoever does win it deserves it. Like they work
They
hard.
deserve it.
Yeah, they deserve it just as much as
Yeah.
us.
And that's what people don't get. I hear the back end of some of this foolishness is, can't believe you left off this one, or can't believe you added that one. And it's, you know, in some cases, it's as little as 2 or 3 errors separate a player. 50 points in a batting average, 10 extra runs batted in, you've got 30 RBIs, someone's got 26. So each of you have earned your spot. Wanted to congratulate you, wanted to especially tell you, was not personal. And I promise you, now that you're back, we will give you every opportunity to get back again next year and to rep more. All right, final score, Moore 6, Carl Albert 1. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's nice to meet you, ladies.